Hi, I'm Patrick. I've been a coach here for, I think I started in 2018, just dabbling on youth team a little bit, and slowly started adding more responsibilities until I came full-time in 2019, 2020, who knows. Started off with youth team, added classes, slowly started building up my clientele, decided I'm gonna commit to full-time and take on some more personal training duties, and then also have tried to apply my past job experience in terms of organizational structure around here and in the engineering that I did back then. So
yeah, I'm Shelby. I just started out as a coach here a few months ago. I've been a personal trainer and a coach for 4 years. I really like skill-based movement, so natural movement, crawling, jumping, throwing, parkour, tree climbing. So there's a lot of really cool crossover in the space. I'm super excited to be here and be a part of the community. I don't know what else to say. I'm here to learn some climbing technique from Patrick.
So one of the things that I am most passionate about is teaching movement. I teach movement every Friday at 6 p.m. It's one of the first classes I started teaching here. We're gonna work through some technique, see how I coach, how Shelby receives coaching, and hopefully help some people on the other end of this camera here, and maybe get some more of you in the gym.
Okay, so my question is, I'm a pretty strong climber, but I tend to really overly rely on my arm strength. Love to hear some techniques and ideas about how to kind of use my whole body a little bit more as a climber.
Awesome, excellent, you're in the right spot. That's how I started. That's my origin story and why I started teaching movement. So I'd love to offer some insight.
Cool.
I don't know about you, but when I started climbing, I came in with a lot of strength, and I did pull-ups for 3 years on the wall, and I got to a point where I got really frustrated with plateauing at where I was. At that point, I decided I should probably learn some technique and get some coaching. And I came here and took a movement class, and I realized I didn't know how to climb at all. It was just kind of laddering up the wall and jumping. It really opened my eyes to how important technique is. And now I teach movement. It's one of the things I'm most passionate about for kids anywhere from 6 to 17 when I was coaching the youth team, but now really focusing on adults. I'd like you to consider your level of technique, your level of knowledge, and how to move on the wall, and shift your focus from trying to get stronger and to instead be more efficient, to use the strength that you do have better. Maybe we can start here off wall. I often like to talk about movement patterns in a outside the context of actually climbing, right? Connect to your body, figure out how to move well, and then add layers of complexity. So then we'll hit the wall, break down the movement into components, and just move at a reasonable pace, right? So the ring here will be like a climbing hold, and then we'll talk about body position, and then, like I said, try to apply this over onto the system board. We're going to use one of the fundamental movements, combining a hip-in position with a flag. And I want to emphasize shoulder engagement. So often when you come into a movement class, we'll talk about straight arms while maintaining shoulder engagement. Often when I say that, this is what happens. People bend their arm, right? So that's exactly what Shelby is talking about in terms of being arm heavy, right? That's a lot of bicep, brachialis, and it's just not going to be as strong as you will be if you can engage your shoulder. So we're going to retract and depress your scapula to access more lat. That's going to generate tons of stability throughout your body and allow you to use body tension to move up the wall instead of just doing pull-ups. So the way this is going to look like is keeping in mind where your foot is relative to the hand. So in this case, my hand in space, my foot is in a vertical line or forward. Okay, I'm gonna work on using my leg to go up and down while maintaining shoulder engagement. So you can imagine how this might be helpful on the wall. If not, stay tuned when we apply it to the system board. So again, that's what we're looking for. If you lose tension or lose stability in your shoulder and your core, then we start to we have energy losses basically. You get inefficient, you're really struggling, maybe you're falling off, you're not having a good time. So, wanna give that a try?
So straight arm,
yep.
Engage scapula,
yep.
Driving with the leg.
Yep. And then you feel your shoulder get pulled out there at the bottom.
Oh, like so keep engagement all the way through?
Yep. But what's fighting you is, can you tell? What's your
arm, bicep.
Yeah.
I just want to do this.
Yeah, so that's really important to recognize that Shelby has a motor pattern that exists in her that now we have to undo and then relearn. So we have to forget some things and then learn some new stuff. But quick tip, your foot position.
Oh yeah.
That should be in a vertical line with your hand, or even better, forwards. When I say foot position, I'm actually talking about the one that you're standing.
Oh, this one. Oh.
Yep. That's, yeah. So
so closer to the anchor point?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's often.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. Okay. Often a confusion point for everybody. And,
yeah.
All right.
Okay, so then I want to just extend and engage. Woo. And then, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And then just for comparison, move your standing leg even more forward relative to your hand and just feel how that changes. Notice how that changes the feeling in your body.
Yeah. A little spicy.
Spicy how?
Just more load at a different angle. I don't know.
Where are you feeling the load? It's okay not to have an answer.
No.
Right now it's just noticing.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm fighting more, it's like more of an anti-rotation pattern because I'm more laid back. I don't know.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Cool.
Should I try my weak side?
Oh, yeah.
This will be interesting.
Right.
In circus, we say aspirational side.
Yeah.
Whoa, this is already crazy.
Or one side is goals, the other side.
So do you want me to get in a long arm position and then lower?
Yep.
Okay, just so I understand the sequencing.
Yep.
Okay, I think once I organized that, that was better than I expected.
Yeah.
But weird initially.
Good. Weird is good. Frustration is good. That's the feeling of learning.
Yeah.
As you noticed in your body, one side is more capable than the other. There's an opportunity on the other side to get those a little bit more aligned, where it doesn't really matter if you're on the left side or the right side, you're just doing the same thing. You have the equal confidence on both sides. So that is the point of the system board. I don't often see this. I shouldn't make general claims. Like, I look for training tools when I go to climbing gyms just to assess what they have for options, but I don't see a lot of system boards. So that's one thing that Summit has that you should come check out and take advantage of. But if you notice, draw a line vertically down the center of the board, it is equal on both sides. So we're going to try to come up with a movement sequence and mirror it on both sides of the body and just notice the difference and then work towards alignment. So I'll do a demonstration about how we want to carry that movement pattern over to the system board. And again, we're going to refer to this as hip in body position with a regular flag. You hear different terms, right? It's a flag, my hip's in, my outside leg is offsetting the position. We have the same relationship. I'm going to put my hand here and my opposite leg either in the vertical line or slightly forward. Slightly forward should feel more balanced, more secure. Anytime I touch the wall, if I have one or two hands, I'm immediately into straight arms, engaging my shoulder. Okay. So the mistake or the opportunity lies there if you are often in this position on the wall climbing. Just set yourself up for success right off the bat. So my shoulders engaged. I'm thinking about creating some core tension as I get onto the wall, and then I'm immediately making contact with my flagged foot. So from here, this is our initial position. You can see how I can move on the wall without bending my elbow. Okay, now that's the position, but what can I do with it? Usually try to stick on these blue jugs. So I can't quite reach that. So the key here is just raise your feet. The higher your feet, the higher your hands. Okay, I'm not bending my elbow. I am kind of twisting, standing up with my leg, saving energy, and then we're gonna challenge you to connect that twist into the opposite position. Re-engage shoulder, mirror the movement.
And this hand was just on whatever, or this is my reaching hand?
Give it a try.
I think I pulled into my arm. Is it unavoidable?
This is just highlighting Shelby's strength right now.
I'm just pulling into my arm.
Nice.
I don't think I'm
So notice right
anything.
now what hand and foot are on the wall.
Oh. Want it to be here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Compare. See how it feels.
Oh, now I have my whole lat to use.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's the opposite hand and foot,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. I feel like the whole back body is accessible.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
Yep.
I gotta try the other side. So inside leg.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
Yep.
Huh.
Okay. So
Okay, there we go.
excellent transition. Awesome.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So can I give you some tips?
Yeah.
Couple things that I see often that I'm seeing in your movement, some more opportunities for efficiency. So we have the opposite foot and arm, feeling some good use of your lat, but I would challenge you to observe your elbow as you're going up the wall and see if you can minimize the
I know,
bend.
I'm still pulling. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
think about the movement that I like to reference is a deadlift. If that is a motor pattern that exists in you, it's good to associate with things that are familiar, right? So we're deadlifting. So what does that mean?
Means I have tension and stability through this system, no slack, but I'm using my lower body.
Yeah, the hips.
Yeah.
The hips are the key there. So the opportunity is to extend through the hips as much as possible.
When you say extend, you mean like
exactly.
hips to wall?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it's good again to get consistent on terms. You used the word extension earlier, just for the people watching. So if we're talking about anatomy and movement, if I am standing upright here, I'm opening up this angle at the hip. That is extension. If I'm folding forward, that's flexion.
Okay, so more hip extension to get more reach through. Should I start silly side again?
Yeah, whatever side you want.
Am I doing this right? Yeah, okay. So more hips.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm still pulling.
Yep. And it's really hard to undo those motor patterns, right?
How do I not do it? Okay. So hips. I don't know.
This is the process. You got it.
Okay, that felt better.
So that was more crossing of your body. I like that. I don't think it's ever going to be like completely straight.
Yeah. But it's more of like what's driving the movement isn't this.
Yeah.
It's, I get it.
The other thing to really cement this that we always ask the question of is like, if you're hanging on a bar, you're going to be there longer while here versus here. That should be pretty clear to anyone who's tried to hang on a bar for anything longer than 10 seconds. And then if you compare how much you can pull up versus deadlift or pick up off the ground, right, our legs and our hips are way stronger. So in order to help cue some things, to drill this, then we're going to do something called hover hands. So you're not going to reach to the next one. It doesn't matter about getting there. It's about the movement and position. So then you can focus more on, you know, kind of just watching your elbow and bringing your focus to that instead of where you're going.
Yep. Can I see hover hands? Do you mind demoing that?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so again, working through those same cues, engage the shoulder. And now I'm just focusing on hip extension. Doesn't matter where I'm reaching, right? Just hip extension. We're just deadlifting on the wall. We're getting really good at that. And then eventually, it's this twist, right? Yeah. And I'm getting a lot of help here. So that's another thing to emphasize right now is this action. Okay. I'm pulling my hip in with the foot that's on a foot chip. And I'm actively using my adductor, my inner thigh, to press into the wall. That helps twist my hips as I pull my arm across my body.
Okay.
Just reach and hover, and then come back down.
Ooh, lats. Lots of lats.
Shelby's very sore today.
Lots of lats. Okay, so I'm trying to organize my feet here. So is this where like my flagging height is gonna matter? I don't know.
Whatever feels best.
Okay, there we go. That was straight.
Nice.
Because I'm just trying to not like pistol squat. I'm trying to like use all my points of contact.
Yeah.
Okay, that felt more connected.
Yep.
Yeah.
And as soon as you put climbing shoes on, this is gonna feel way better. Yeah. The ability to pull on a foothold is kind of challenged by
it's a good challenge.
Our coaching shoes.
Inside foot. No. Here. Okay. I really want to pull into that bicep so bad. Okay. I'm still
great.
Not
That's really good. More reps. You got it. That was actually, I don't want to say worse, but call you out here.
This side is really challenging for me. Interesting.
So what I'm seeing here is you're losing tension when this foot comes off the wall. So keep that on the wall. Play around with the position again where you can get the most force that way.
Huh.
That's
okay. That's already better. Yep. Wait, am I the wrong way?
No, you were good.
This is right.
Yes.
Okay. So hips in tension. I don't really know what happened, but great, it happened. So
another thing is often when we talk about like keeping the foot contact on the wall, so the cue there is drag the flag.
Oh,
so
like
as you're moving, drag it along the wall.
Yep.
So then you can keep the, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly what you said.
Which
keep
is
the tension.
Why we have all these cool little
that's
marks.
Absolutely. That wall used to be blue.
Okay. I'm just finding this side a lot harder to organize. This is very interesting.
This is what the system board highlights, right? We're coordinated on one side. We live our life often only on one side.
Well, and I think just like injury history, compensation patterns, like I live in this bicep, I think, to protect the shoulder.
Got it.
So taking the bicep out, I'm just feeling the lat having to work a lot harder.
Yep. Then we simplify. We come back here. We get a lot of volume and repetition on something that is easier. So you had a lot of success over here. So I would return to this and then reapply it to the wall. So
okay.
Often, and that just takes us away from it. Often just the space, the time, letting your brain process, coming back to it after a little bit of a break, it just clicks. especially after a night's sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Again, a big part of this is the mental component, like reframing it for yourself, especially if you have like injury history. There's a lot of, you know, potentially negative self-talk or like lack of confidence, I'll say. I think that's the best way to leave that, is just confidence. So how do we rebuild confidence? Let's find something a little bit more, a little lower intensity, a little simpler. And then really it's just getting the right number of reps. It's just, you know, what was that? We'll say 10 reps closer to aligning the two sides.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
thanks.
Yep. So Megan asked me, what did I enjoy about that experience, about coaching another coach? And what I had said to Shelby between takes here is, it's a privilege, really. It's a pleasure to coach another coach because of how much they understand the learning process, how much failure is necessary in learning, and the body awareness that a coach has, right? Especially someone who is in a personal training position, right? Someone who is a mover. Something that I try really hard is to instill that mindset in anyone who comes to get coached, because it's kind of an uncomfortable process to be critiqued and told what to do. You know, if you're on social media enough in the mental health space, you're going to come across the term pathological demand avoidance, right? So maybe you get a little uncomfortable when someone tells you what to do. So when someone is asking you for help and guidance, and they're open to feedback and criticism, and open to failing in front of other people and being frustrated, that just makes my job so much easier. So that's something I'd like for anyone who asks for coaching. One, ask for help, ask questions, be willing to fail, and be okay with some discomfort, some frustration, some hesitation, some lack of confidence, right? Especially in front of people. So that's how we get better.
Yeah, so that was really cool to kind of just get a glimpse into Patrick's specialty as a climbing specific coach. I think it's really helpful to just have total access to be able to ask questions. I'm a person who likes understanding the system. I also am a person who kind of struggles with like feeling vulnerable if I'm not like naturally talented at something right away. So I felt like that was like a safe space for me to kind of make some failures and learn a new movement pattern. And then even the way Patrick explained it to me is like, if you're kind of learning a new pattern when an old pattern wants to take over, like that's an uncomfortable space where failure is going to happen. So just even hearing that explained to me was really helpful and like made me feel more positive about that experience. Yeah, I like how Patrick is very systematic in his approach to teaching. So I feel like I was kind of able to grasp the big picture and then kind of drill down into those details in a really approachable way. I really appreciated that we started off the wall first so I could kind of get these concepts in a less frustrating environment and then apply that to the wall after that. So yeah, I just really like that systematic approach, and also just the awareness that I'm a human, and you know, doing check-ins about communication style and frustration tolerance. I thought that was just a really great approach that I really appreciated.
Oh yeah, what the video is.
Title. Yeah.
Sorry.
What are we doing again?
Me, Patrick. Me, Coach. One thing as a mover, we're in the gym getting incidental training all the time. And especially if we got like a cardio goal, it's really hard to stay on top of your calories. So, sorry. Zero sponsor us.